You can learn a lot of things from the flowers, and especially in the month of June. Now I started with a song.
But the idea is you subvert the song.
I like that song.
Are you playing easy?
Yes.
Are you a girl?
Ooh. Starting early.
Yes, we're playing Keen Dreams. Popularly considered by me to be the shittiest Commander Keen game.
It was.
And you are probably gonna die a million billion times.
I want to work out the controls. Okay, can you jump on guys in this? I can't remember.
Nah.
I'm playing the exciting. Yeah, I was thinking, I've played a lot of Master System games and stuff, but I did have like a 386 and a, sort of early...
Because this was an early PC platformer by none other than id Software, of course.
And, yeah, I had this for some reason for ages before I managed to... Oh, you jerk, you turned around really quick.
Yeah, they do that. Controls Control and Alt, by the way. If you're looking,
I figured that out.
If you're looking for your attack.
Oh, I can actually... Huh.
You turned him into an exhausted flower.
I bet that's not a permanent thing, like they come back and act like dicks again.
I seem to remember that being the case.
Okay, so that's my ammo.
Oh, yep, he turned back.
Okay. Alright, well, business is getting real down there, but because it's an old platformer, I have to collect all this shit.
Do you?
I don't know, probably.
Did
you remember what these things were like.
Did you play this game much?
Yeah, well, this is the only one I had. I remember, like... Oh,
those are wascally carrots.
Oh, yeah! Turned you into a flower.
See, in contrast to later id Software games, nothing really dies in Commander Keen games.
No, like even in the ones where he had like a laser gun, it was a stun. Like you'd zap them and they'd fall down.
They just look almost
sheepish.
They'd look offended.
Yeah.
After you shot them.
Like, aww, I thought we were friends.
So, do you know the plot of the Commander Keen games? Or this one specifically?
This one specifically, or?
I'll just give a basic overview.
I'm dreaming.
I meant about Commander Keen.
Oh, Commander Keen. Oh, right, yeah. Well, he's, a inventor kid who... I missed something up there. He's an inventor kid who invented, like, a spaceship and a laser gun and went on sort of adventures and was... that's cool, they have bounce.
He became a space hero.
Yeah, became a... Fucking Jesus. Yeah, became a space hero. Yeah.
And what was his real name? Trivia fans?
God. I want to say Billy for some reason, but...
Yes, his first name was Billy, but what was his last name?
See, my last name is saying Batson, and I know that's not it.
No, that was Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Billy...
You idiot.
Billyson?
I'll give you a hint. In official id canon, Billy Commander Keen is the grandson of the protagonist of Wolfenstein 3D.
Oh... It's... Damn it, it's something... It's something foreign.
Something Polish, specifically.
Yeah. Blaskowitz.
Blaskowitz,
yeah.
B.J. Blaskowitz. Interesting fact.
Yeah.
And you're Billy Blaskowitz.
Carrying on my father's proud grandfather's proud Nazi killing heritage.
You ain't killing Nazis, you're killing potatoes, you little...
Potatoes are the Nazis of vegetables.
Yeah.
Alright, and see, like old Commander Keen games, you had this little map where you had to walk around and there were stages to complete, and you could pick sort of what they did a little bit,
Yeah, this is the classic Commander Keen model.
Yeah.
I recall id...
Just having a little tour right now, having a look around.
id came up with the idea of doing platformers on the PC when they first made the first Commander Keen game. I remember the first thing they made was a sort of an imitation of the first level of Super Mario Brothers. And I even know what they called it. They called it Dangerous Dave in Copyright Infringement.
I've never actually played that.
But they secured some like actual interest from Nintendo, and there was talk for a while, but eventually they just made their own Commander Keen game.
Yeah, fair enough. These were quite good. I really enjoyed the Commander Keen games. Even like this one wasn't. This isn't a shining example, which is pretty much why I picked it.
No, this is the shittiest one. You just died, by the way. That is the death animation. You went back to sleep because this is a dream. You're dreaming about vegetables.
Yeah, vegetables are coming to get me, and I have to throw candy at them because this was a kid's game from the early '90s.
Obviously.
This is almost you. This is your attitude toward lollies and stuff.
Wait, are you throwing candy at them?
I'm throwing... Yeah,
Your ammo symbol is a flower.
Ooh, what's going on? Alright.
And that's a melon.
This is a perplexing... I'm not even sure what I have to do. Like, I know I have to get to the end of the stages, but I'm not sure is there, like, little micro goals anymore, because I haven't played this in, like, 20 years.
See, in Commander Keen 4...
Probably more, actually, Jesus.
In Commander Keen 4, it was clear you had to find all the sages.
Yeah.
Although these are actual sages and not the plant.
Fruits, yeah.
In this case. That will probably be the case in this game, but not in Commander Keen 4.
I also have to fight the evil boss, Boobus Tuba.
I remember when I first had the Commander Keen games, because I bought the id Anthology.
Ooh, fucking...
You don't get much warning, do you?
No.
I bought the id Anthology, which came with all of these games and all of id's really old, shitty games that no one remembers.
Yeah. Which, okay, what are in your pile? Like, which ones were in there that you actually remembered?
Well, they had a game called Dangerous Dave in the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, I've never played that one either.
There was a game, I forget the name of it. It was like a puzzle game where it was a guy and his dog, where you had to get them through the levels using puzzles. And there was a sort of 3D precursor to Wolfenstein 3D that was more sort of fantasy dungeon setting, and I forget the name of that as well. And of course it came with all the Wolfensteins and Dooms and Quake 1, I think.
Doomenstein.
There wasn't so much the games as it was the extras, that kit, because it came with a t-shirt and a pewter cyber demon and a limited edition copy of the Doom comic book.
Ah,
yes, that was fun.
Most amazing piece of tie-in material ever produced.
Yeah, I think we discussed that enough on the Brutal Doom video.
Yeah, do check it out if you haven't seen it, though.
Yes, although you will probably be put off from a lot of things.
I can't just sort of wobble my way in there, so I'm not sure how to get in there. It's a bit of a bummer.
So what are we trying to do in this game? What is our goal?
Well, I mean...
Get through levels, yes.
Yeah, get through levels.
On a broader perspective.
Well, that's kind of why I'm having a bit of difficulty working out precisely what I have to do. Because the goal is to get through levels, okay. But you can run around and select levels. So, is it important that I get through some levels in order to unlock others? Is it like just, beat a certain amount of levels and these other levels? Oh, fucking you bastard shit little pointies. Right, there's a key up there. I mean, is that important?
You got no lives left, by the way.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Did this game have a save function? Because I remember Commander Keen 4 onwards had a save function that always seemed made the live system seem a bit redundant.
What's options?
Escape.
Escape, okay.
We'll
find out. Loading options screen. I think there is.
Well, there's a...
Load, save, quit.
Load, save, or quit.
I don't think I'm allowed to select it.
This is a bit arcane.
Oh, wait.
There you go. Hey! Before the days of quick save.
Alright, okay. So now we've just worked out how to not see me do start or resume a game. Okay, let's just resume.
Yes. This is a really shit
fucking
interface.
Jesus. Let me push the thing. Fuck you.
So where in the Keen series did this come?
It's pretty early.
I seem to remember it was after the first three. Maybe, it was the first three, then this, then Keen 4.
So if memory serves, I think, Keen 4, 5...
The first three were the really,
yeah.
low-res ones that used the PC speaker sound.
I think 4, 5, and 6 were on a different engine.
Yes, I think they were. And you don't even get the pogo stick in this game. How can it deign to call itself a Commander Keen game?
Well, it's Keen Dreams.
Maybe it's like the principle of Friday the 13th Part 5. They wanted to take things in a new direction, and the fans went, nope,
not
having that. Must be Jason. Not gonna stand for people pretending to be Jason.
It's way less fun. Ooh, secrets.
Yeah, that wasn't completely obvious.
No, it wasn't. I'm a wizard. I thought up this.
Well,
I'm brilliant.
Well, this game's shit. Let's go to questions. So I had a question that someone posed me in the bar a couple of weeks back that I ended up with quite an in-depth answer for, and that's, what 3 video game characters would you have sex with? And what would the circumstances be?
I'm going to let you answer this first, because I love hearing you talk about sex.
Because I have thought about this one.
I don't doubt that.
I did think about this. And I decided I wanted to give myself a sort of complete sexual experience between the 3.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
So my first choice was Samus Aran. And the reason for
that would have been one of mine as well.
Reason for that, probably inexperienced sexually.
Yahtzee likes some inexperienced sexually.
Well, this is what I'm talking about, complete sexual experience. So she's been raised in a completely asexual environment, probably hasn't even seen a human penis. So
she's like a gymnast, essentially.
So she would be I've known girls who were raised in all-female environments, and they were always fascinated by willies. And they were always fun in bed for that reason.
They're just enthusiastic. They're just happy to be seeing Wang.
The second one will be from the complete other end of the spectrum. I'd like a experienced, more filled-out lady who'd take a bit of charge.
Bayonetta?
No, I was thinking Ivy from Soul Calibur.
Oh.
Someone with a bit of meat on their bones, been around the block a few times.
Knows the block, can work the block.
And my third one was the wild card, and I went for Princess Farah from Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Yeah.
Because that's a more exotic option.
Fair enough.
And I personally think the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time has one of the most convincing romantic plots in video gaming.
Oh.
It's not just a tacked on romance, because both characters have an arc. They sort of like they're different.
You butthole!
It's a very much a mutual romance.
Okay, now to see what Game Over does to me.
That. Maturity. The very essence of maturity.
Hey, up yours, it's Dick Butt. Dick Butt's great.
As for the conditions of the sex... Farah, obviously, bathhouse, Arabian style. There's a smell of honey in the air, lots of semi-transparent silk curtains.
Alright, so saving and loading has become exceptionally important.
Yes. Ivy would have to be somewhere incredibly dirty. Probably like an alleyway. Behind a bin.
That just does not... that does... Ah, you fucking butthole!
It would have to be a mad, spontaneous passion thing. And Samus Aran, well, I want to put her completely in charge so she could explore her curiosity from my strange form. So it'd probably be on her ship or somewhere else she found comfortable.
Probably try to crack your nuts open to find the Chozo power-up within.
So that's my 3.
The Chozo power-up in there somewhere.
Wow, men get 2 morph balls. Anyway. What would your 3 be?
What the fuck? Ah,
it's a tomato. Are you blind?
God, I wish I'd saved it when I had more lives. Oh well.
Now you're gonna have to... We're gonna have to see a lot of this, it seems.
Gabe versus the load screen. I just, like, again, I'm trying to think about literally how long it's been since I've played this.
Must have been a while.
Yeah. Alright, fuck you, you Confederate potato.
Well, what we found when we were discussing this game is that this game is not featured in the Commander Keen Complete Pack on Steam. Which sort of puts a big question mark over the whole complete aspect.
I think it might have been done by another group.
I'm pretty sure it was id.
Fuck you, Cookie, I think.
I mean, it said id at the start.
Yeah, but I think it might have been one of those ones where id, like, with a sort of producer thingies, but, because I think it was a group called Softronics or something.
Well, possibly. I mean, id were called Soft Disk before they were id.
Oh, yeah, no, actually, I think didn't this say Soft Disk somewhere at the start?
Possibly, I don't know.
Whee!
Well, I'm pretty sure they'd call themselves id by the time Keen 1 started.
Alright.
Anyway.
Okay, now we're getting to some risky territory here.
Anyway, your 3 ideal sex partners in games.
Well, starting with one that you had as well, I'm gonna go,
Samus Aran.
Samus, yeah. But,
Same reasons as me?
No, see, ours would be kind of like, we're both bounty hunters, and we've sort of just killed something, and it's kind of a mechanical expression of the animal and sort of hormonal sides of us that we don't ever really acknowledge or deal with, but at this point it's just like there's no real reason resisting it, so we just kind of fucked it because it's a thing.
I don't get a sense of animal passion from Samus Aran even when she is killing stuff.
No, I mean, like...
I think she's a sort of enlightened in that way.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it'd kind of be new for her as well. But I mean, like, just that kind of atmosphere, like, just
sort of high adrenaline coming off the adrenaline.
It's just sort of an expression of adrenaline. Oh, butter.
I see.
Oh, I can stand here. All right, dunk.
I'm gonna.
Hooray!
Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna take a guess that you shouldn't stand on the green rails, but apparently that wasn't the issue.
Not the issue. I think the issue here is less than... Oh, okay, wait, yeah, there's a thing. So less than responsive controls.
So, Samus Aran for 1.
Oh, Jesus. Floaty jumping!
Told ya.
I'm gonna get on there.
This will take perfect timing. Do you ever play a game called Captain Claw?
No.
It's one of the early games by Monolith, who would later go on to make Blood.
Didn't they do,
It was a platform game that had a very
I don't know, when I think of Monolith, I think of...
Condemned?
butt sex.
You didn't time it properly.
No, I
That's
didn't.
what you did wrong there.
The jumps... You know how you tap it, you get like a lighter jump? There doesn't appear to be like a middle grade jump.
Excuses.
But
I could do it.
I will give it to you and we'll watch you fucking
Alright,
fail
if you
to
fuck
lose
it up
at this.
again. There, you see? How hard was that?
Yes. Dee-dee-dee-dee. I'm winning. Yay. Alright, so let's see, I got that.
So you got Samus.
Samus. Modern remake Lara Croft, but like kind
Really?
of yeah, but like sort of she's just come home. I'm making pasta. Like where
Oh, so you got a whole relationship in mind for
yeah,
this one.
yeah. Like I'm
You're
just
like, and how was the holiday, darling? As she walks in the
well,
door.
not like immediately after that sort of
As she walks in the door and collapses in the hall.
yeah, not that. Like sweet.
What the-
Sweet.
You just collected something.
Fuck yes.
I'm not sure what it was you collected.
Fuck you. Super Mario tomatoes.
There are no tomatoes like that in Super
They look kind of
Mario,
Wario-y.
if you like.
Well, they just have big weird eyebrows.
So,
So yeah, Lara Croft is like, she's like, this is when she's still like a grad student.
right.
And, we're hanging out. Oh, penis.
Oh, God. Did you save last time? I'm not sure you did.
No, I didn't, but it might. Well, we'll see what this does. See, I've still got 4 lives, so I've still got all that stuff.
Oh, so can you just go now?
No, I've still got to get to the end. But I know where that
Well,
is.
that was
That's
the
relatively
end.
easy to get to.
Okay.
But I'm proud of that. I managed to get my little bits and pieces, my little odds and ends
So where would you be doing Lara Croft?
in our bed.
Alright.
Yeah, that's
Right.
so that's my little relationshipy one. Oh, butter.
That's a relationship one. See, I didn't really have a relationship in mind for any of these.
Well, you had scenarios. This is my scenario. This is
I'm okay with casual
she's
sex.
her history
Bear
and
that in mind,
anthropology
ladies.
student. I'm my English history major. We met in a history class.
Oh god, you're even picturing the cute stories you tell your mutual friends.
Shut up.
No,
shut up.
no, it's quite cute actually. Imagine this whole relationship for yourself with Lara Croft.
Well, yeah, you're asking me the question. This is how I'd feel
The
comfortable.
question was who you'd have sex with.
Yeah, and this is for Lara Croft. I'd want there to be like this whole fucking, little history and story
Okay.
and whatnot.
Okay,
Some honesty
fine.
to it.
I bet
I
you-
can pick up my little balls again.
Well, it's always important to pick up your balls when you're done with them.
There's
Oh,
2 of them. There's
there
two
were
of
two
them
of them.
occupying one space.
Oh, that was cruel.
Fuck you. Fuck your family. No, I do have to beat that. I haven't beat it. I
Excuse me.
used a life.
Alright, so what about your third one?
Third.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's a stalling fucking vocalization so I can
Well,
think
we
for a
know
second.
that. Why don't you just turn your brain off and just start talking and see what comes out?
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Just think in terms of sex partners. Just see what the
Well-
first thing that comes to your mind.
Well, yeah, Bayonetta.
Okay, then.
Because
That-
she looks like she knows what she's doing.
She looks like she'd kill you while she was doing it. She seems to have difficulty separating sex from death, judging by her attacks.
Bring it! I like a gal that fucks back. That's, I don't want... I don't want just sitting there. Where's the fun in that? Doesn't sound fun for you. It doesn't sound fun for me. I want, like, a little bit of,
Yes, that's what the boys want, ladies. You had this, you did this.
Yeah, I went back because I lost a bunch of extra lives. And
I know, I'm just saying you got it right once.
Yeah, it's a tricky bit. Okay?
It's just timing. You timed it right once. Do the same thing you did then.
You know that it's actually, like, harder than that. I've seen you play, like, platform games not well. Like, you can't just sit here and go,
This is why
Oh, I had that too.
That's why I don't usually pick platform games for these things. Right. Well, that was fun. So
Yeah.
to summarise, Samus and Ran, we're double teaming. And then I'm doing Ivy from Soul Calibur and Farah from Sands of Time. And you're doing Bayonetta and Lara Croft. But Lara Croft is the one at the end of a long day of shagging you come home to for a cuddle in front of the TV.
See, I think we have the same, because you've got the same sort of layout as me. Like, same as for the strange.
Same as for the
one like scantily clad aggressive woman for the because it's gonna be fun.
For the dirty hate sex.
Yeah, for the aggressive fucking this. Oh,
didn't even jump then. Man, you're shit.
I'm thinking about boobs. Just. And then you have one that's sort of more a little bit of an interaction-y, I can talk to this woman afterward kind of,
Talking to the woman? No, nobody said anything about that.
Well,
They usually have their mouths full with me. Boosh!
Yahtzee's got like a plastic bag over his head. Just screaming through it.
Well, let's move hastily on.
Running away from this topic now.
Do you want to save? I'd recommend saving.
Yeah, I just realized I'm going to do that.
Right.
Is there an auto-save button? I wish there was. Oh, that's load.
And that last question was from me. So, let's take a question we didn't get around to last week.
You can pick. I'm fucking playing this shit.
If you can... yeah, I was. If you can become immortal, would you? Let's ask you first.
Alright, well, ignoring... I know you're going to bring up quibbles about...
Sorry, that question's from Nick Montalvo.
Nick Montalvo!
I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
Montalvo. I cannot believe you are here, Montalvo.
So, would you or what?
Yes.
Okay, why is that then?
Just to see stuff. Oh, fucking...
What if it was the kind of immortality that can't be reversed, and you knew that going into it?
Still go.
Okay.
Because, I mean, here's the thing. People go, what about when it becomes suffering? And it's like, if it can become suffering, it can go back.
What about when the planet explodes?
I'll just go drift off into space.
Well, the scenery won't be very good.
Not for a while.
Not for several trillion years.
Yeah, but what's trillions of years to an immortal?
And you might get sucked into the centre of a sun or something.
That'd be interesting.
And die hideous boiling death over and over again.
Do you understand how immortal... See, this is what I mean. Now we're getting down to the point of quibbling about what kind of immortality. And I just took it to read like just you're invincible and vulnerable.
Well, I never said anything about
that. Well, again... fuck, I love all those little fucking platformy game noises when you pick up a big pile of shit.
What a triumphant sound.
Fucking potatoes,
they're
tomatoes.
Not potatoes,
Shut
they're
up.
tomatoes.
You say tomato, I say potato, and the different fruits.
Let's call the whole thing off. No, let's not call the whole thing off. Let's examine this carefully
let's
from an academic perspective.
This. Yeah. Let's deconstruct this.
Yeah, I'd take immortality.
Because, I mean, think about all the interesting... Fuck you!
Think of all the shit I'd get done.
Yeah, think of all the shit you'd see, yeah. And I mean, you get to see some crazy things. Like,
you're just going to reload your save?
I don't care. I'm out. I'm going to just run down. I'm going to run down to the easy way down that I remember and just get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
I'm not having fun with this goddamn, whatever this is, mine. I don't know what this place is even mining.
Melons.
Melons, yeah.
It seems.
Alright, no, if I jump down there, I'll land on one of those douchebags. Confederate potatoes, because that makes a bucket of sense. Bugs me I can't nudge my way in there and get that. Because, yeah, like, think about being in the center of it. Like, I mean... I pushed my throw shit button.
Would you become one of those tedious Anne Rice immortals always going on about, oh yes, I knew King Arthur?
I don't know, I mean, would you really need to show off to someone who's gonna live...
Well, I guess that's it. Wouldn't you become completely separated from human thinking? You would probably have no sympathy for humans at all. After a while.
More than likely. I mean, again, you'll grow. I mean, you'll still grow and evolve, and mentally in weird ways.
If you're immortal, I'd say you'd have to sort of lose all perception of duration, because otherwise you'd go mad. You'd have to perceive life only in terms of changes of state. So you might be buried underground in a cave for 300 years, but from your perspective, the only things you remember are the fact that you started by going into a cave, and then at some point you went out of the cave, and everything else just didn't matter.
Fuck you, Pointy.
So
fuck.
But when you take that perspective, a human life of 10 years or a human life of 100 years would basically be the same to you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would expect that to happen. I mean, imagine if, the planet blows up, you drift along, you're stuck in a sun for a while. I mean, that'd be interesting.
Then you might
become being a sun.
But you might become a monster.
Well, you know.
You might start killing people just because they're in your way.
Well, you know. Ah, yeah!
Well, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's...
Well, of course, you'd kill people now, wouldn't you?
No.
Yes, you would.
I mean, I might become one of the benign ones, like Uatu or whatever. Alright, look, I know you're around here somewhere, other fucking... I hate these things. This game's making me angry. I regret choosing it. I mean, yeah, you might become one like the Watcher, where it's just like, you get far enough ahead in time, you can have some kind of time machine installed into your brain, you go back to the start, you just sort of look at things, kind of just watch the whole shenanigan go.
I imagine that would also be a highway to total disinterest.
Well, you change, you grow and change.
Hope and change.
Grow and change.
Hope and change.
Damn you, broccoli.
So become immortal and then turn into Keanu Reeves.
The Keanu Reeves' immortal one is a lot funnier than the Nicolas Cage's immortal one.
He just lets everyone think he's immortal. He's like the Phantom. He's just succeeded by his child.
Or the Dread Pirate Roberts.
There's just Keanu who walks.
A Keanu for every generation. We need him.
To every generation, a Keanu is born. He is the savior. Right. Well, that answers that. Oh yes, here's one question we picked out. Why is your book on back order on Amazon? From Jeff Morehouse.
Oh.
The answer is, I don't know. Ask my fucking publisher. Next question. Who is your favourite QI panelist?
I can't remember his name.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah.
Can you describe him?
British.
Well, that narrows it down. Thanks, Gabe.
You all look the same to me. Fucking whitey. British imperialist number 3.
Well,
that actually hit him. I'm happy with that. That actually fucking hit him.
Is he white?
Yes.
Well, it's been like I'm playing 20 questions now. Is he dark of hair?
No, he's kind of balding.
Balding.
Ish.
Is it Sean Locke?
Okay. Possibly. I don't know. I can't remember.
Is he the guy who was in 15 Stories High?
Okay. I don't know. I can't.
Balding QI guess. Sean Locke, Clive Anderson.
Maybe. I do like Clive Anderson.
But you know who he is.
Yeah, I know who.
So I guess the remainder one must be Sean Locke then.
Okay.
Slightly misanthropic viewpoint.
Ooh, they can use polls.
Shit. You fell victim to the dreaded vine tomato.
I knew this day would come.
I quite like Sean Locke too, if you meant Sean Locke.
Yes, we probably did.
I think mine would be David Mitchell, though, my favourite.
Oh, I forgot that he was on it, yeah. Mitchell's just good in general.
Yeah.
I think.
I really like him on Would I Lie to You as well.
I don't think I've seen that one.
He's a good fit for that programme, because he's very logically minded, as I'm sure you know. And in that show, he's very good at picking apart the holes in people's stories.
I liked him ever since you showed me that thing. I mean, I enjoyed Mitchell and Webb Look, but then you showed me that thing about Can't Care Less. Or Could Care Less.
Yes, David Mitchell's soapbox rant.
Yeah, and that one has always fucking done my head in, so seeing him go on
Americans saying, I could care less, and the British saying, I couldn't care less, which should technically mean completely different things, but mean the same thing.
Picking up lollies,
It's absurd.
Yeah, I probably don't get around to watching QI quite as much as I'd like.
I've been watching quite a bit of it lately.
Is it reliably on YouTube? Like I can just sit down and go, I feel like watching all of QI.
Yeah, pretty much all of it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, that's convenient.
I like to think the producers are kind of okay with that because the programs was invented to share knowledge.
Just clenched my balls back up into my cavity.
It's like how...
I wonder if that's safe.
Why don't you step on it and find out? Pussy. That was a weird noise. That sounded like the noise that you'd hear in, bear with me on this, a 60s British sex farce that took place in space.
I legitimately understand what you mean.
That's the sound of someone's trousers falling down.
I've
been confessions from a rebel fighter pilot.
That is such an oddly specific one, and yet I've seen enough of those stupid things to...
Carry on, Space Empire.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm making myself laugh.
Those are the good ones. I think when you can make yourself honestly chuckle, like a real genuine, like just a dumb giggle. I think those are fun times. Nobody else is laughing, and you're like, "Shut up! I think it's funny."
Someone draw the cover art for Confessions of a Rebel Fighter Pilot. You know, in the style of the old Confessions of a Window Cleaner poses.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, someone cleaning a window and they'd strategically cleaned foam off to reveal a naked lady, but where her tits and cunt are still covered by the foam.
Okay,
And
what's
she
the
looks
bet?
and she looks offended.
Do you suppose those little flying things are lethal?
I used to watch a lot of Confessions of an Ex films when I was a teenager.
Oh! Cheeky bugger.
Even to this day, I appreciate a sense of humor in my porn.
I don't know, like, porn for me is all business. I'm getting something done. I have stuff to do. Busy.
I like when there's a bit of farce to it.
I bet those fucking things are dangerous.
Because sex is fun, you know?
Yeah, but
It's fun to
masturbation isn't sex. It's just like, let's wrap this up, come on.
It's fun to just start giggling because you accidentally headbutted each other.
Yeah, that happens. Like, a lady's trying to be all saucy and throw a leg over you, and she just knees you, like, straight in the front of the dick. Like, just stubs it. Like, just dunk. Ow.
This chat's gotten a bit sexy quite a lot this week.
Ow, honey. Ow. Fuck you.
Good night. Parsnips make me sleepy. Right. Next question. If you had to lose a limb to save your life, which one?
Left arm.
Serious?
Yeah.
I'd like to lose a leg. Your leg doesn't do half the shit your arm does.
I need it for balancing for a lot of things.
You need your hand. I'd say even then you need your hand for a lot of things.
No, but dude, I'd be like the one-arm boxer. Alright, so those things aren't lethal.
Or replace your leg with a prosthetic then.
Not as good. Like, a prosthetic arm with, like, a pneumatic punching action, I think would be more useful than
What if you
replace a
needed to
leg.
peel the sticker off a DVD case?
How long has it been since you've done that? I don't do that. That's not a thing that occurs for me.
It happens every now and again.
I buy most of my, my
buy a new
entertainment products
game.
digitally.
Buy a new game from JB Hi-Fi. They have those massive, like just released today stickers on the.
There we go. Plug for JB Hi-Fi. Now give us some free shit.
That's not how this works.
Yes, it is. God damn it.
We don't have an address to send things to. We don't even have a PayPal.
Oh, fuck.
We don't even have a Patreon, which everyone seems to have these days.
You've only just told me about that, and it sounds weird.
Yeah. I just got some sort of morbid curiosity as to how much money we'd make from that.
I don't know.
The thing about Patreon is that you kind of have to like give incentives for people to fund, and I'm not sure what we could offer.
You've done what I'd say is an admirable job of actually turning your creative drive into actual stuff. Like, you've produced, which I do respect.
Yes.
And you also have a better idea of how to value and price the creative works that you produce.
Well,
whereas
I still have some trouble with that.
Yeah, whereas I've got no earthly clue. Oh, alright. I seem to have done all that.
Well, we don't have to price things. We just say, hey, give us however much money you want, and they do that. That's how it works.
I don't know. There's a little voice in my head that just goes, the things you do are worthless. So it's hard for me to sort of,
Well, a lot of people have that attitude.
Yeah. Well, that's what I don't think. I think this is an honest sort of, like, glitch in my brain.
Let me let you in on a little accounting secret that my accountant told me.
Ooh.
You know how you calculate the worth of anything? It's how much someone is willing to pay for it. That's the only factor.
I'm finding secrets here.
If you can trick some twat into paying $2 million for an imitation Mona Lisa, then that is exactly how much that Mona Lisa is worth.
Fair enough. So are we the imitation Mona Lisa?
No, I don't
$2
know.
million, please.
Where the hell did you get that from?
I don't know. I'm just speaking shit.
The fact is, you are employing a certain amount of effort on these. You are not just sitting there taking it, like some women I've known. You are an essential component to the recorded chemistry that we have.
Fuck you! That is the nicest thing you've actually said to me on one of these records.
Yes, you are an essential component to a conversation. I mean, we were discussing earlier, I could just get some kind of phone app that screams every 3 minutes. That's a good point, Captain Screamy Face. Okay, I think Captain Screamy Face is getting annoyed by this now. I think perhaps we should move
Captain
on.
Screamy Face is jack of this goddamn bullshit. Oh, let's see, where are we? Alright, that's not too bad. It's just 3 stages ago.
Well done for showcasing the game.
How long have we got to go?
What was that? What question did we just do?
I don't know.
Oh, the lose a limb thing. That was by...
it turns into paying us.
That was by Rose Lalonde. Keep forgetting to say that. And yeah, personally, I'd lose a leg. Ideally from the knee down, because you'd hardly know that's there, do you? I'd be like
fucking cock burglar.
I'd be like Adam Hills.
Yeah, I had no idea the dude was missing a bit.
Exactly. You can still have an everyday life.
I suppose, yeah. Like if you're gonna lose, I mean, again, I
mean, if you like got in an industrial accident and received a massive payout, so you never have to work again. You know, that's basically asking, would you let your leg get hacked off in return for never having to work again? And I'd say, yeah, sounds good to me. I could live a life of leisure and art.
Yeah. See, I mean, losing an arm would be a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, an arm would be an arse, but a leg's just weighing you down.
I suppose I could probably learn how to grip the ground and move on like a prosthetic sort of... I mean, if it's below the knee, probably I'd take that.
Lose both legs below the knee, get those like coil spring things, and then you can run faster.
I hate. And
then
hate.
And then you can murder your girlfriend.
I didn't mean it. Thought it was a black guy. Damn it.
Right.
How long have we got to go? I'm just curious. I don't desperately want to get out of
ages
it.
yet. We're in it for the long haul.
Great.
I guess you better start making some fucking progress.
I did make progress and I forgot to save it, because you forget these things going back to these old games.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we take for granted these days. Like the game's just gonna save for us.
Yeah.
I remember when I first playing Half-Life, I didn't quite believe the game would auto-save for me.
Yeah.
I'd always have to do a manual save whenever I stopped playing.
And I'd load the manual save, because I wasn't like, oh, I don't know what your auto-save business is about.
Because that's the only save that counts.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose a manual save doesn't get overwritten if someone else plays the game later.
Alright, I think I vaguely remember... Yeah, that's a good point. I vaguely remember what it is I'm doing.
Okay.
I have to collect the bombs.
Right, and then what?
Go fight King Potato, Boobus Tuba.
Boobus Tuba.
Boobus Tuba.
Boobus Tuba.
Which is just a fantastic... I love it. Boobus... And see, that's Boobus Tuba. I think you can go bug Boobus Tuba more or less any old time.
Bug Boobus Tuba,
Bug Boobus Tuba, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So, it's based on how much you trust your own ability.
Yeah, see, Boobus Bombs. So I've got to get Boobus Bombs from these stages.
And then you use that in the final boss fight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's quite interesting. Like, you can start... It's like Crackdown. You can go to the final boss whenever, but if you do all these steps beforehand, you can make life easier for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think you do need a set amount to ever achieve victory at all, but I can't remember exactly what the last boss fight's like. I remember it was just a big
remember
potato.
finishing this game.
I finished this one, yeah. I finished this back in the day. But,
yeah, back in the day.
what's down there?
Okay.
Ground.
Seventh White Cat asks, what's your indent style with regard to placement of curly braces?
Huh?
This is a question for me, because it's a programming question.
Oh, okay.
Well, Seventh White Cat, personally, when I make an if statement, I like to put the first curly brace on the same line as the if statement, then go down to the next line and indent twice. Then I'll put in the stuff for the if statement, and then I'll put a new line, and then the final curly brace on one indent in. Hope that answers your question.
Alright. I'm officially becoming Savey McSave.
Yes, you are.
Had enough of this. I reckon I can beat it. I reckon there's a shot at getting through this.
Do you approve of my indenting and curly brace system?
Yeah. I think it has a lot of positive attributes that, while some people may disagree, you've nonetheless found something that fits you and your indenting.
It took me a while to get that joke in Cave Story. There was a character called Curly Brace. Because you previously, you mostly just knew her as Curly. And the main character's name was Quote. Because you're both punctuation marks, you see. Sort of makes you wonder if there are other characters. Like maybe there was a character called Period that got cut from the final script.
Period.
Hello,
my name's Period.
They were very angry.
Shut up.
And covered in blood.
Come to me, Boobus Bombs.
Okay, here's an interesting one. Hyencast asks, if you could live in a different time period, what would it be?
Well, I mean, the future's out, because we can't really go, well, I know about the future.
Well, quite.
Boobus bombs. Must get you boobus bombs.
Assume this is the kind of time travel where you can't can't go to the future because the future is ever changing.
Yeah. Alright. Historical times that weren't too shit. Well, you want to avoid, like, plagues. Oh, forgot what the button was.
You want to avoid plagues, like the plague.
Yeah. Okay, so plagues are out.
Yes, plagues are out.
Gotta think now.
I mean, like, let's assume you can take back enough knowledge of modern medicine to escape, like, disease, because there's going to be disease in every time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd probably...
I mean...
Because it's been my area of study most recently, I'd probably go Republic Rome.
That would be interesting to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because there was a lot of stuff happening, but I mean, there's lots of really interesting things.
It'd be fun to learn how people actually spoke Latin. Oh, that was bullshit, that was.
No, I'm not going to exit to Beria. I'm going to go to my options screen and load.
I don't mind getting hurt by a projectile. I don't like if a projectile still hurts you when it's not moving anymore.
Yeah, I really thought I was safe there. I think that was not an unfair.
That is silly. That's not good physics. So Roman times, would it? Do you have any specific role in mind? Gladiator, perhaps?
Well, I mean, it depends on how I get back there. Like, if I'm kind of, like, thrown back there by accident, I might, you know, try and use knowledge of, at least a basic knowledge of how, like, hydraulics and stuff work to get people to build, like, kind of steam stuff and things like that, and try and maybe ingratiate myself to a, emperor that, or not an emperor,
parsnip!
You were what got me last time, you...
And what makes you think an emperor would have time for a
well, not an
peasant
emperor,
like you?
Yeah, because it's Republic Rome.
Senator, perhaps?
Princeps, I think. Oh, not Princeps. I don't remember the titles now. Alright, so I can't leave until I find the shit.
Well, there's a shit.
Yeah, until I find the boobus bombs. Gotcha, you dick.
Hey, Gabe. The hills have eyes.
Fuck you.
And whereabouts in the Roman Empire would you reside?
I mean, maybe kind of early Empire, maybe just after Claudius or something.
Clabdibs?
You know, because I reckon I could get along reasonably okay there. I could...
Apparently Claudius's reign, Clabdibs' reign, was a pretty good time to be in Rome.
Yeah, like, late Claudius, the start of Nero as well was reasonably good. Like, Nero gets a lot of shit, but he wasn't actually that horrible.
Between Caligula and Nero, ideally.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the Caligula part, because that wasn't great.
Well, you'd probably be alright if you didn't actually live in Rome during the Caligula part.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's expanded empire stuff, more or less. Alright, so I think the boobus bombs have to be up here somewhere.
Personally, if I could pick a time period to live in, there it is, there they are.
How do I get to them, though?
With your... using your willy as a pogo stick. I don't know. But if I could live in any period in history, I've decided I'd want to live in the Roaring Twenties.
Cool.
I want to live in New York in the Roaring Twenties, and with knowledge of the Great Depression, I would be able to prepare for it.
Make some wise investments.
And I know later in my life I would have to live through the Second World War. When I knew that was happening, I'd go and move to I'd probably go and move to Scotland. Weren't so many German planes going that far. Hey!
I knew.
That's why that fly looked weird.
Yep, I saw a variation and I was like, I know what that means, you sneaky buggers. Oh, butter.
Butter.
Yeah.
You said butter. But if you hang out in the Roaring Twenties, you might be able to hang out with F. Scott Fitzgerald and all them cool flappers.
It'd be easier from a language perspective.
I would totally do a flapper. Those flappers were sexy in their own way.
I think
in a special individual flapper way.
Every flapper is beautiful. I think, yeah, they had the 20s had a very cool style.
There was.
I don't know, I just leapt straight to, like, ancient, because I suppose that's what I've been studying
There was
most.
just something about flappers.
There's a modern history. Where would I go in modern times?
There's something about Flappers, the lesser-known Farrelly Brothers movie.
One of their better ones, actually.
Yeah. Based around the core concept of Cameron Diaz being the most desirable woman alive.
To be fair, I think Mary was. I think Mary was a good character.
I guess she was playing desirable. Bit skinny for me.
Nazi likes meat.
Okay, if you were going to Mars to never return on one of them colonization programs, what would your function be? That's from Darren C. Ball.
Seaball. Wicked question, Seaball. I'd probably be a teacher. That's an easy one.
Well, what are you going to do for the first 20 years before any kids are born?
Just chill. I'm sure they won't mind.
Yeah, I'm going to be the teacher, guys. I'll just sit here reading all these teacher books.
I'll just study up some. My first class is going to be Martian history, the first 20 years.
How are you going to explain the concept of, oceans to the kids who were born on Mars?
Just, like a glass of water, but lots.
Glasses of water as far as the eye can see.
Yeah. Just imagine that, but lots.
Only without the glasses.
Yeah. Except, like a big ridge is the glass or something.
Also, the sky's blue instead of whatever colour it is on Mars.
I'll just show them that documentary, Total Recall.
Well, that's set on Mars. That's no use.
Yeah, but there's Earth. Alright.
Okay, we've learned to recognise the weird flies now.
I don't know if those ones...
Can't reach them from here, though.
Yeah.
What would my function be on Mars? I guess I could run the newsletter. You got bayoneted, son. That was revenge for all the times...
I've turned him into a flower.
All the times that potatoes have been pricked with forks.
Stick a bayonet in me, I'm done.
Yes, I would run the Mars newsletter.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably hang out with you in the teacher's lounge. And anytime I got bored, I'd just start spreading malicious gossip.
Where'd you hear that, Yahtzee? You know what he's like.
Yeah. So the Mars Tribune can report that Captain Harrison was seen having a rather racy conversation with Gladys from the hydroponics unit. Well, I wonder if...
Gladys.
Do you think Mrs. Harrison will find out? Well,
All
we
right,
do now.
Do you think down is, safe, or am I going to die if I fall down lower?
I think it's the safest place in the world. Sort of makes you wonder why they need a bridge.
I wonder if there are boobus bombs.
Boobus bombs?
Bombus.
Oh, there's exit signs.
Ooh, some more location to explore.
Yeah, this is
Hidden areas.
really fucking hotting up now.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Okay, Rooney549 asks, what are the worst physical injuries you've ever had?
Oh, God.
About worst for me was breaking my wrist. I was walking home from school one day, and one of my schoolmates took my hat off and threw it on the ground.
Mates.
As a funny joke. And as I was bending over to pick it up, they pushed me hard from behind, so that my hand went open palm flat against the pavement and went crunch.
Ouch.
Yep, it's in a cast for about 7 weeks. Fun. Probably get arthritis in old age in that arm, as the doctor said. Thanks for putting hope into a young boy's life, Doctor whatever your name is. That's a new one.
You fat prick.
I think that one's got some chives going on.
Jerk.
So what's the worst injury you've had? You've probably had your share of working out injuries.
I've managed to... Well, okay. Worst is in actual fucking injury because I'm an imbecile. Yeah, I have bursitis in both my knees.
What's that then?
It's an inflammation of this thing around your fucking kneecap, and it was here was young me's brilliant fucking idea. It was like, okay, my knees hurt. I know, I'll just be like Jackie Chan and like train anyway, because he's badass. And
yeah, what a great idea.
Yeah, I have a very strict like be sensible and let shit heal policy these days, just from this experience.
Oil bet.
So yeah, it got to the point where I could barely bend my knees. So that sucked. There have been things that have just really fucking hurt. Like, I have been kicked in the kidneys so fucking hard I thought I was gonna vomit, and that sucks.
Did you pee blood?
No, fortunately, but it was like literally like, if you do. That was the thing, and that's scary to hear. Like, if blood comes out of your pee-pee, go to the fucking hospital. I'm just like, what's happening inside me that's an issue? Like, what's happening that I need to worry about that? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Please, not my wiener.
No big deal.
Yeah, it turned out to be okay. It just fucking sucks. Like, that's...
Boxers, practically, it's practically commonplace for them to piss blood.
Took
too many kidney punches.
You'll get, like, that's the thing. Like, there's two kinds of knockouts you'll get in, like, boxing and MMA. Like, your fucking jaw knockouts and... your body knockouts. And jaw knockouts kind of suck, but they're also sort of over reasonably swiftly. You butthole.
What are you trying to get?
I'm trying to get back because I found the key, so I want to get back and use the key.
You found the key?
Yeah.
You found the secret?
Yeah, so I can unlock the thing and get my boobus bombs. But if you had to, like, if I had a choice, I'd take a jaw knockout any day of the week over a body knockout, because body knockouts are fucking horrible. Like, until you've been hitting the kidneys properly, you have just no idea how bad it is. It's like ultra balls. Like, somehow it's just worse.
Well, they are quite big.
Yeah, and
much bigger than balls.
Fuck you. Yeah, it sucks. It really, really sucks. I took a fucking spinning heel kick to the kidneys because it went around my guard and just went whap straight into me, and I was just like, and fucking fell over.
Hardcore.
Fucking, I don't like you, Mr. Pointy.
Who does?
Fuck!
Should have saved.
Fucking shitty fucking boobus fucking...
You've become incoherent with rage. What do you think is the best Metroidvania? William Carter asks.
I'll let you go. You're probably the de facto expert on those, because you fucking play those things a lot.
Well, considering the Metroid and the Vania, I definitely prefer the Vania. Metroid I always find a bit... I don't know, a little bit dull. I like the gothic horror setting.
Fair enough.
I like the sheer variety of monsters you can find in Castlevania games.
I forgot about you.
I was writing an article about Castlevania games, and obviously I think Symphony of the Night's the best, although it's got some really weird design in it. But I would say a very close second would be the Aria of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow sort of period.
Those are the Game Boy ones, weren't they?
Yes, they were two of the... Well, the first one was Aria of Sorrow was on GBA, and the next one, Dawn of Sorrow, was on DS.
Yeah. I think Dawn of Sorrow I played an awful lot of.
Yeah, and if Aria of Sorrow had Dawn of Sorrow's graphics, I would probably... And it had that same thing Dawn of Sorrow has, where, like, souls you've unlocked that you have no use for, you can use to power up weapons. That would probably have been even better than Symphony of the Night.
Which one's Symphony of the Night?
The good one, the PS1, the one we played.
Oh, right, yeah.
But Dawn of Sorrow made the mistake of adding stupid DS gimmicks. Every time
like the ceiling.
Yes! Every time you finished a boss, you had to grab the stylus and quickly draw a symbol. Otherwise, the boss would just get some health back, and you'd have to keep fighting it. Which was an arse and a half.
Okay, so I have to go back and get the fucking key.
Need to get that key again because you didn't save. Ha.
I thought I died. And that's right, I died and had to restart. Fuck you.
In terms of not Metroid or Vania, I quite liked Strider. The new one.
Oh yeah, I meant to get that.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Quite fun.
Shadow Complex was alright, but it did have a voice acting done by Nolan North.
Is that enough to put something on the shit list for you now?
Well, you just hear him all the time. To the point that Saints Row 4 made a joke out of it. When you're so familiar with his voice, you just go, oh.
There he is.
I'm just bored of that voice. Did you watch the new Team Fortress 2 short?
No.
Well, it's quite good. You should.
I'm sure it's great. I just haven't got around to it.
I mean, Nolan North actually has some good voice variety. I mean, he played the Penguin in the Batman Arkham games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's just, his default hero voice is always that smug Nathan Drake voice that I don't like so much.
Oh, sweet screaming Jesus.
That keeps happening. And you forgot to save again, didn't you?
No, well, yeah, I should save right there. I keep forgetting I can save right in front of the things that kill me.
Yep. Sort of makes the live system obsolete, really, doesn't it?
It does. But I'm just so used to autosave and just generally being able to hop through willy-nilly.
But yes, the new TF2 shot. They couldn't get the previous guy who did the engineer back.
Oh.
So they just got Nolan North in to do the engineer, and he does a pretty good job as the engineer. But for some reason, like the soldier is played by the usual guy. I think his name's Rick May. But there's just one line where I guess they put it in the last minute, and they had Nolan North do that bit as well, and it's incredibly obvious because suddenly it's a shouted line, and it sounds like Nathan Drake shouting something.
That's a bum.
And it really sort of stood out for me. And watching that short, you can really tell what voice actors they couldn't get in. Because half the characters just don't talk at all. And when they do talk, it's just like, free lines that have already been recorded from the game or whatever.
Okay.
Like, the sniper's got no lines at all.
Oh, that's a shame.
So they
I
couldn't
like
get
the sniper.
They couldn't get him in. And yes, we talked about that. He's cool.
He's hip. He's cool. He has the glasses.
And I guess the guy who plays the soldier's got nothing else to do with his life, because he...
Oh, fuck!
Because the soldier's always up for shit. He always comes in to do the voices again.
Money. I mean, it must be good. Like, I haven't seen the documentary about, okay.
What documentary?
There's a thing like, I know that voice, which is... victory!
Now let's see you get past the next bit.
Oh, my... Everything sucks. Fuck you.
How about you sort of challenge yourself when you get killed to not say fuck?
I said can't.
Well, all that. Just
make up your mind.
Come up with a new word every time that happens.
No, because the thing is,
expand your vocabulary a little bit.
Because I'm not... Okay, this is a legitimate swear. This isn't like just you fucking... No, I just don't even have the energy to bother then. That's dead before it began. That's the thing, like, it's genuine swearing. When you are genuinely like, God fucking damn it. That's just the first thing that pops into is, God fucking damn it.
Gabe, as your producer, I don't give a fuck. We're trying to be entertaining here.
Oh,
come on, say a word. Say a word, not a sound.
Tart.
There you go. What kind of tart?
Cream. God, getting down there is...
You had to make it sexual again, didn't you?
What?
Cream tart.
Cream tart. That's you. You do these things. You're weird. Oh. God. Fucking goddess. Mutt. Fucking mutt.
Okay, there you go. Say pedigree chum.
Pedigree chum.
Okay. I'm just watching you fail, so I can nag you some more.
Yes.
Right. Last week we were asked what our favourite hangover cures
are. Oh, that's great. I need the boobus bombs.
Say cheesecakes.
Cheesecakes.
Last week we were asked what our favourite hangover cure was. Ollie Hawes asks, what's our favourite hangover cause?
Didn't we do this one?
I don't think we did.
Alright, well...
I guess the question is, what is our favourite alcoholic drinks?
Oh, well, before I sobered up, Herradura Blanco tequila.
Nice. Specific.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing fucking beverage. Delicious. Has presence, like it's smooth, but with presence. And too often people go fucking smooth, and it's like you just can't taste it, and why am I drinking?
I've been drinking straight rum mostly lately. I mean, I used to drink a lot of cider, but I've been trying to cut down my calories.
All right, I can't. He fucking camps the pole. Like, I can't get down there while he's bouncing around. I can't throw down. I can't.
Say rice cookers.
Rice cookers.
Yes, my favourite rum
It's making
to...
me sad now.
My go-to rum to sip on is Captain Morgan's.
Yeah.
On the rocks with a lime wedge.
So you like it spiced?
Yeah. Sometimes I like to have another rum and then Captain Morgan's, which sort of, I find, brings the flavour of Captain Morgan's out.
See, I was a fan of
Gives you the comparison.
Appleton Estates rum myself.
I quite like Sailor Jerry as well. I've often thought you could populate an entire sailing ship with rum mascots.
Okay, so apparently my head touched him there.
I think you should endeavour to kill that potato and then figure it out from there.
I don't know. I might be able to
Say
kill the potato, but the thing
cockfosters.
is, I can't cockfosters. The thing is, I can't. You know, I'm not killing him. I'm just sort of. I'm only going to stagger him. I'm going to run out of my little flower bombs.
If only this was Dark Souls.
This is becoming my Dark Souls.
Then you could just drop a bomb.
Keen Dark Souls. This is the Dark Souls of, you know, this era.
Keen Souls.
You know, it's a
Possibly-
strange world with bizarre gods. Fudge.
Say fridge magnet.
Fridge magnets.
Yes, so when I used to drink cider, I mostly drank Magners, usually served in a glass of ice with a splash of bitters. Asked for that especially from your barman.
Yeah, I'd have my usual go-to thing was a Boilermaker, so that's, you know, a beer, usually a Peroni, and a shot of Herradura Blanco, which is I miss the taste. That's how nice it was.
When I'm treating myself, I sometimes like an amaretto and Coke. Tastes like alcoholic Dr. Pepper.
Can see those little bombs smiling at me, tormenting me.
Way.
Okay, maybe I can get under one of his jump. Look, he just.
Why'd you just stop?
Well, I thought I was gonna dodge him and then go like down again after one of his jump arcs, but I don't think I can.
Say job center.
Job center. Fuck Centrelink. That's what I'll say. That can be my swear.
Centrelink.
Centrelink.
Grr.
I don't know. I'm thinking of just abandoning this. Maybe I'm just gonna have a fucking. I'm gonna give this one a few more tries, a few more honest goddamn shots, and then I'm just gonna see if I can take on Boob Tube.
Oh, hey. That's one way to do it.
Oh, okay, alright, well I died again, but the point is we've discovered something.
Yes. You can just drop stuff down the hole.
Alright. Ah, that's... okay.
Right. Let's do it.
I didn't know they went down the holes.
Yes, I find that's a useful lesson to learn at some point.
I just...
Ooh, Right.
Okay, well, another question.
Okay.
Let's take my mind away from this.
If you could instantly acquire any skill, what would it be? Asks Michael Weller.
The ability to get through this bit of Keen Dreams. The ability to instantly acquire any skill is a skill I would instantly acquire.
I think that's cheating. That's like asking for infinite more wishes. That's not on.
Alright,
It's an answer given by a severely uncreative person.
I'm just being a dick.
There. You hit it. You got it. You got it. Go, go, go. Yes! Now get those and fucking save. Now! Aren't you glad that I'm around?
Yes, actually, because I would have completely forgot.
And you're gonna die in 2 seconds. Told ya.
Well, you know.
Fucking knew that would happen. Yeah, so if we were in the Matrix, and you could just close your eyes and learn to fly a helicopter.
Any skill, huh? It's kind of... It's a tough one.
I guess that's difficult because there's a lot of physicality and muscle memory in learning a skill, isn't there? So that just can't, you know, you can't just have that. This is going to be tricky. Nice. Now's the hard part. Oh.
I am the sun! I am the stars!
And I suppose you're going to say something about being the moon as well.
Nah, moon's lame.
Why are you saving another slot?
Just because. Let me have this.
The sun is a star, by the way. You were speaking redundantly.
Really? The sun's a star?
Yes.
God, next you'll be telling me that whales are mammals.
Well, you laugh. Carl Pilkington didn't know that.
He's such a unique little thing.
You know, sometimes talking to you reminds me of talking to a much more self-assured and smug Carl Pilkington. Right. What's...
It's just super.
I'd quite like the skill of parkour.
Huh. You have, like, that's the thing, you have these weird little things where you have interests that I think people be surprised, like your thing with indoor rock climbing and your thing with parkour. Like,
I'd like to just do a standing backflip whenever I want.
I've been going to one of those indoor trampoline places, and I'm going to start doing those regularly on Sundays, and it's, like, reasonably cheap, and dude, it's fun. It is so much fun.
I used to trampoline at high school.
Yeah,
I could do them all. I could do the tuck, the straddle, the pike.
Come with us to, like, the indoor bouncy place.
Right, I will.
Yeah, it'll be loads of fun, and it's great exercise, too.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. We can't do it today, though, because I sprained my foot last time, so I gotta be
Fuck
a little
you.
gentle. It was my fault. I was, like, doing some crazy tumble into the big bag and just, like, fucking landed terribly.
Yeah.
Alright, don't jump down this time.
Shouldn't have got my hopes up.
No, but next week. Like, next week I'm planning on going.
Alright. Then
yeah.
let's have sex on a trampoline.
That feels like it would disrupt the rhythm.
Fuck rhythm. I want my...
Alright.
I want my Gabe ass. Ha! You fell for it. They looked benign.
Thank you, I want to be the guy.
Yes.
Clearly, should have seen that coming. That was my fault. That was silly of me.
Yes. Okay. What's your favourite fantasy or sci-fi universe? That's from Samuel Russell.
How's
the question? Don't just make throat noises.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Learn to speak dynamically. Stall if you need to.
Oh, I
do
like to sing about
this is how you stall.
tulips.
This is how you stall. Well, the answer to my favourite fantasy or sci-fi universe is a complicated one. Don't we all, in many ways,
Well, how about you
long
answer
to
first?
live
That's a way we can solve this issue.
I'm stalling as well. Don't we all...
Fucking hypocrite.
Wouldn't we all love to live in a fantasy sci-fi universe? I think it's a common dream for us all. It's one might almost say the central commanding essence of science fiction is to create an aspirational world.
Alright.
And for that reason, my ideal sci-fi universe
Oh, you fucking goddamn
to
it.
live in would probably be Next Generation Star Trek.
You know, the sad thing is I'm going to say pretty much the same thing.
But for one specific reason, and that's for the holodeck. Not to use it, but to design games on it.
I'd use it.
I know you would. But I really like the idea of just having such an intuitive game development program. All barriers of skill removed from the creative artist. Anyone could make a game experience.
Be a lot of shitty freeware.
Even really great artists who don't have the patience to learn programming.
That is a problem with gaming. Like,
well, that's the idea. That was supposed to be the idea with Inform 7, the text adventure language. Is it's supposed to be a language where you can create text adventures just by typing grammatically correct sentences, as in, there is a room, inside the room is a ball. The description of the ball is this. And it was invented specifically to attract actual writers to the field of, text adventure writing.
Huh. I might have a look at that.
So that's why the holodeck scene is interesting, because you could just say, computer, I want a table here. It has to be this big and made of this. And the table, and the computer goes, bam!
And then it'd be there.
Here's your table, bitch.
It would be a lot of fun. Like, yeah, I mean, that's... As much as I tease as Next Gen Universe, holodecks and, like, replicators are pretty badass.
Yeah, and you don't even have
Fuck
to...
you.
You don't even have to, like, program AI. You just say, I want a hot broad here.
I mean,
And
I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably spend, like, the first month or two just having sex.
Well, quite. But,
Just...
that's...
End my life, let it fucking end.
I think that would still feel masturbatory. Because,
yeah, I mean,
because it's not an actual other
it's fake.
person.
Unless you, like, What was the name of the guy? I actually liked him because he was weird.
Do you mean Reg Barkley?
Reg Barkley, I knew, yeah.
Yeah, he's interesting because he was one of the few members of the Enterprise cast who actually seemed to have problems and was inept at things.
Otherwise human. Like,
yeah, everyone else is just the best in their field at everything.
Everything's great. Isn't it great when everything's great? I love it when everything's great. It's just like, Jesus,
well, I do remember
creepy.
I do remember it being specifically said in many episodes that Riker is considered a kind of a shitty commander.
And just a bit of a jerk.
Yeah. He's kind of a shitty commander. Everyone's just kind of happy for him to stay in like second place under Picard his whole fucking life.
Okay, save it before you go forward in this stage, Gabriel.
Although he's supposed to be a hotshot pilot. I guess Riker was an example of the Peter principle in action.
Hmm?
You heard of that?
What?
That's the theory that all people eventually get promoted to the point slightly beyond their ability.
Ah.
Because that's the nature of things.
Fuck you, grapes.
Hey, figured it out. Just don't stop till you've had enough.
I'm just waiting for those ones to just shoot up at me.
So yes, it would be Star Trek, the holodecks. I would probably be like, I would get my own episode where they get this game designer on board who makes games that makes everyone addicted, and then they realize I'm from an evil collective.
Yeah, you're actually evil. He did this deliberately. Ooh.
Yes. He's trying to take over the ship.
That is such a fan fiction script you've just written. Like,
Jesus, you just think everyone wants to take over the ship, don't you? Get over yourselves, crew of the Enterprise. Man, you those things are really easily startled, aren't they?
Alright, can't get into those ones.
You literally can't.
I don't like these things.
Really? Because they seem to be very fond of you.
Like, what's their problem?
Not enough grip strength, apparently.
Well, just go back up. Yeah, well, we're back up, it's fine.
What's your favourite non-English novel? By Daniel Wagner.
I'm sure we've answered this one.
I don't think we have.
I said monkey.
No, not in answer to this.
So this is, I think we've been discussing these outside of the record.
Possibly. You mean Journey to the West, right?
Yeah.
Well, mine's the same as my favourite book overall, which is The Count of Monte Cristo. Le Comte du Monte Cristo. By Alexander Dumas.
Dumbass. Ah, butternuts.
Funny today as it was in the Shawshank Redemption.
Okay, alright. I think I've got this noodled.
It's a good universal tale of revenge and justice. I like it.
Suck fucks.
Alright.
Yeah. Yahtzee likes his revenge. Ooh, fucking little pointy dude. Don't like you.
How much more do you think you could tolerate this?
Why?
Because we might as well be about done.
Oh.
So, maybe next to death. Oh, that happened quickly.
Game over. Life's done. I'm so fucking tired of this. Yes, cretins of YouTube, you're probably better at this game than I am.
But not all cretins.
No, but just the people who are like, oh, you don't play good. It's like, Jesus, I haven't played this in 25 years.
Well, I suppose just the people who comment are by definition cretins, because they think anyone cares. They think anyone gives a flying toss what they think.
Did we mention that we're setting up a way you can give us money now? I think this would be a good time to bring that up again.
No, no, we're not.
Fucking idiots. Hey, you contemptible little puddles of meaningless tripe.
Yeah.
Cash should help. Yahtzee doesn't need it, because he's Mr. Moneybags.
No, just give it all to Gabe, because he's obviously making himself seem so attractive and magnetic with it.
Yeah, I clearly will do good things with it. I'll buy some meat and
how desiring
other stuff.
How deserving of your money is he?
Yeah, I believe I if anything, I feel I've really super earned it. How long have we been doing these now? A little while.
A while.
Soft disk. 91 to 93. When was... I'm trying to think of when the later Commander Keen's... God, your hair's a mess today. Yahtzee's normally very neat, and he came down walking a bit like a sight. I don't know what he's been up to. I think he's either been drinking or having sex or both, but he hasn't said anything.
I slept weird.
Yeah, see, that's... I think he's talking around what's going on here, so I'm suspicious.
Anyway... well, thanks for watching again. Please continue to post your questions, because there's still fuck all going on in the games industry.
I think we should address some people complaining about, not talking about, Comic-Con or stuff like that. And I think
Oh,
that there's
must
just...
we?
Well, just that there's not... people announce stuff, and it's like, we're gonna make this. Oh, okay.
I don't care. Tell me your opinion on Guardian of the Galaxy.
It was great.
I don't care. See? I don't.
Yeah, this is why we can't have nice conversations.
Anyway.
Also, you should hear the shit Yahtzee says about your questions. It's amazing. It's just
See you next.
so mean.
See you next time, and send your questions, which we value very much, don't we, Gabriel?
Pay me money!
Shut up.
Remember, like...
Oh, those are wascally carrots.
Oh, yeah! Turned you into a flower.
See, in contrast to later id Software games, nothing really dies in Commander Keen games.
No, like even in the ones where he had like a laser gun, it was a stun. Like you'd zap them and they'd fall down.
They just look almost
Sheepish.
they'd look offended.
Yeah.
After you shot them.
Like, aww, I thought we were friends.
So, do you know the plot of the Commander Keen games? Or this one specifically?
This one specifically, or?
I'll just give a basic overview.
I'm dreaming.
I meant about Commander Keen.
Oh, Commander Keen. Oh, right, yeah. Well, he's, a inventor kid who... I missed something up there. He's an inventor kid who invented, like, a spaceship and a laser gun and went on sort of adventures and was... Ah, that's cool, they have bounce.
He became a space hero.
Yeah, became a... Fucking Jesus. Yeah, became a space hero. Yeah.
And what was his real name? Trivia fans?
God. I want to say Billy for some reason, but...
Yes, his first name was Billy, but what was his last name?
See, my last name is saying Batson, and I know that's not it.
No, that was Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Billy...
You idiot.
Billy Billyson?
I'll give you a hint. In official id canon, Billy Commander Keen is the grandson of the protagonist of Wolfenstein 3D.
Oh... It's... Damn it, it's something... It's something foreign.
Something Polish, specifically.
Yeah. Blaskowitz. Blaskowitz, yeah.
B.J. Blaskowitz. Interesting fact.
Yeah.
And your jizz.
Yeah.
Although these are actual sages and not the plant.
Fruits, yeah.
In this case. That will probably be the case in this game, but not in Commander Keen 4.
I also have to fight the evil boss, Boobus Tuba.
Remember when I first had the Commander Keen games, because I bought the id anthology.
Ooh, fucking...
You don't get much warning, do you?
No.
I bought the id anthology, which came with all of these games and all of id's really old, shitty games that no one remembers.
Yeah. Okay, what are in your pile? Like, which ones were in there that you actually remembered?
Well, they had a game called Dangerous Dave in the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, I've never played that one either.
There was a game, I forget the name of it. It was like a puzzle game where it was a guy and his dog, where you had to get them through the levels using puzzles. And there was a sort of 3D precursor to Wolfenstein 3D that was more sort of fantasy dungeon setting, and I forget the name of that as well. And of course it came with all the Wolfensteins and Dooms and Quake 1, I think.
Doomenstein.
There wasn't so much the games as it was the extras, that kit, because it came with a t-shirt and a pewter cyber demon and a limited edition copy of the Doom comic book. Yes, that was fun.
Most amazing piece of tie-in material ever produced.
Yeah, I think we discussed that enough on the Brutal Doom video.
Yeah, do check it out if you haven't seen it, though.
Yes, although you will probably be put off from a lot of things.
I can't just sort of wobble my way in there, so I'm not sure how to get in there. It's a bit of a bummer.
So what are we trying to do in this game? What is our goal?
You can learn a lot of things from the flowers, and especially in the month of June. Now I started with a song.
But the idea is you subvert the song.
I like that song.
Are you playing easy?
Yes.
Are you a girl?
Ooh. Starting early.
Yes, we're playing Keen Dreams. Popularly considered by me to be the shittiest Commander Keen game.
It was.
And you are probably gonna die a million billion times.
I want to work out the controls. Okay, can you jump on guys in this? I can't remember.
Nah.
I'm playing the exciting. Yeah, I was thinking, I've played a lot of Master System games and stuff, but I did have like a 386 and a, sort of early...
Because this was an early PC platformer by none other than id Software, of course.
And, yeah, I had this for some reason for ages before I managed to... Oh, you jerk, you turned around really quick.
Yeah, they do that. Controls control and alt, by the way. If you're looking,
I figured that out.
If you're looking for your attack.
Oh, I can actually... Huh.
You turned him into an exhausted flower.
I bet that's not a permanent thing, like they come back and act like dicks again.
I seem to remember that being the case.
Okay, so that's my ammo.
Oh, yep, he turned back.
Okay. Alright, well, business is getting real down there, but because it's an old platformer, I have to collect all this shit.
Do you?
I don't know, probably.
Did
you remember what these things were like.
Did you play this game much?
Yeah, well, this is the only one I had. I remember
Billy Blazkowicz.
carrying on my father's proud grandfather's proud Nazi killing heritage.
You ain't killing Nazis, you're killing potatoes, you little...
Potatoes are the Nazis of vegetables.
Yeah.
Alright, and see, like old Commander King games, you had this little map where you had to walk around and there were stages to complete, and you could pick sort of what they did a little bit,
Yeah, this is the classic Commander Keen model.
Yeah.
I recall id...
Just having a little tour right now, having a look around.
id came up with the idea of doing platformers on the PC when they first made the first Commander Keen game. I remember the first thing they made was a sort of an imitation of the first level of Super Mario Brothers. And I even know what they called it. They called it Dangerous Dave in Copyright Infringement.
I've never actually played that.
But they secured some like actual interest from Nintendo, and there was talk for a while, but eventually they just made their own Commander Keen game.
Yeah, fair enough. These were quite good. I really enjoyed the Commander King games. Even like this one wasn't. This isn't a shining example, which is pretty much why I picked it.
No, this is the shittiest one. You just died, by the way. That is the death animation. You went back to sleep because this is a dream. You're dreaming about vegetables.
Yeah, vegetables are coming to get me, and I have to throw candy at them because this was a kid's game from the early '90s.
Obviously.
This is almost you. This is your attitude toward lollies and stuff.
Wait, are you throwing candy at them?
I'm throwing. Yeah,
Your ammo symbol is a flower.
Ooh, what's going on? All right.
And that's a melon.
This is a perplexing. I'm not even sure what I have to do. Like, I know I have to get to the end of the stages, but I'm not sure is there like little micro goals anymore, because I haven't played this in like 20 years.
See, in Commander Keen 4...
Probably more, actually, Jesus.
In Commander Keen 4, it was clear you had to find all the sage.
Well, I mean...
Get through levels, yes.
Yeah, get through levels.
On a broader perspective.
Well, that's kind of why I'm having a bit of difficulty working out precisely what I have to do, because the goal is to get through levels, okay, but you can run around and select levels. So, is it important that I get through some levels in order to unlock others? Is it like just, beat a certain amount of levels and these other levels? Oh, fucking you bastard shit little pointies. Right, there's a key up there. I mean, is that important?
You got no lives left, by the way.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Did this game have a save function? Because I remember Commander Keen 4 onwards had a save function that always seemed made the live system seem a bit redundant.
What's options?
Escape.
Escape, okay.
We'll
find out. Loading options screen. I think there is.
Well, there's a...
Load, save, quit.
Load, save, or quit.
I don't think I'm allowed to select it.
This is a bit arcane.
Oh, wait.
There you go. Hey! Before the days of quick save.
Alright, okay. So now we've just worked out how to not see me do start or resume a game. Okay, let's just resume.
Yes. This is a really shit
fucking
interface.
Jesus. Let me push the thing. Fuck you.
So where in the Keen series did this come?
It's pretty early.
I seem to remember it was after the first three. Maybe, like, it was the first three, then this, then Keen 4.
So if memory serves, I think, like, Keen 4, 5...
The first three were the really, like, low-res ones that use the PC speaker sound.
I think 4, 5, and 6 were on a different engine.